Alright guys, so today in class we talked about our first two ways to test if two ratios are in a proportional relationship. And so we said we were going to do that by testing their unit rates and by testing their cross products. Okay, so first off, let's define a proportion again. A proportion is a name that we give to a statement that two ratios are equivalent. Okay, so yesterday we worked on solving proportions, so we were looking for the missing piece. Today we're going to be given both pieces of our proportion. We have to determine if they represent a proportional relationship or not. So the first two ways we're going to determine if they represent a proportional relationship is by looking at the cross products. If the cross products are equal, then they are proportional. If they are not equal, then they're not proportional. Okay. We also are going to look to see if their unit rates are equal. If their unit rates are equal, then they represent a proportional relationship. If they're not equal, then they're not in a proportional relationship. So these are the two ways we're going to work with today. Okay, we're going to be looking at cross products and unit rates. Later in the unit, we're going to look at constants of proportionality and their graphs. Okay, so two ratios are proportional if their cross products are equal and if their unit rates are equal. So let's take a look at an example together. It says Marty mows 5 acres of grass in 6 hours and Jim mows 10 acres of grass in 11 hours. Do these situations represent a proportional relationship? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to test their unit rates. Then we're going to test their cross products. And then we're going to determine if they are proportional or if they are not proportional. Okay, so to test our unit rates, that work is going to look just like our unit rate work from earlier in the unit. First, we're going to write the rate in words. So in this case, we're talking about hours per acre. Okay, so we have our hours first. Per means to divide however many acres that they are working with. Okay, so for Marty, we have 6 hours divided by 5 acres, because that's what they said he mowed. And so that means that he is spending 1.2 hours per acre. Okay. Now for Jim, his division problem is a little bit different. He has 11 hours per 10 acres. So we have 11 divided by 10. And that says that he is spending 1.1 hours per acre. So right now we can see that their unit rates are not the same. Okay. But our next step is to test their cross products. So to test their cross products, what we're going to do is we're going to set them up like a proportion. So we're going to have our our acres on the top and then our hours on the bottom. So for Marty, we have 5 acres over 6 hours. And we're going to test those cross products against Jim's to see he mowed 10 acres in 11 hours. Okay, so we have our acres on the top and our hours on the bottom. And now to test their cross products, we're just going to cross multiply. The word product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So we're going to cross multiply. So we have 6 times 10 and 5 times 11. So 5 times 11 gives us a 55. 6 times 10 gives us a 60. So their cross products are not equal. So since the unit rates aren't equal, since our cross products are not equal, we can determine that they are not proportional. Since the unit rates aren't equal, cross products are not equal, they are not representing a proportional relationship. Okay? All right, so let's look at another example. Example 1. It says Ralph buys 2 candy bars for $1.20. Fred buys 6 candy bars for $3.60. Do these situations represent a proportional relationship? So first off, we're going to test their unit rates, then we're going to test their cross products, and then we're going to determine if they are proportional or not. Okay, so for our unit rates, we're going to start by writing the rate in words, and in this case, it's going to be price per candy bar. Okay, so price per candy bar. For Ralph, his division problem is going to be $1.20 divided by 2 candy bars. And when we put that into our calculator, we get that he is spending 60 cents per candy bar. Okay. Now we're going to do the same for Fred. He spent $3.60 divided by 6 candy bars, and we get that he spent 60 cents per candy bar. So if we see here, they both have the same unit rate. Okay. Let's test their cross products. We're going to put the price on the top and then the candy bars on the bottom. So we have $1.20 over 2 candy bars, and we want to know, are the cross products equal for $3.60 for 6 candy bars? And again, we're going to cross multiply 120 times 6. Then we're going to cross multiply 360 times 2. When we do that, we get $7.20 on both cross products. So we know that they are equal. So we have the same unit rates. We have equal cross products. So we know that these two ratios are in a proportional relationship. The unit rates are equal, the cross products are equal, so they are proportional.